We're going to start with NBC News correspondent Jay Gray. Jay, you are in Gainesville, which is a little bit inland right now. Still, what are you seeing there? How's that area preparing for this?
Yeah, Joe, Savannah, good morning. Just looked at the radar. We're in between outer bands, so we've seen this come through in waves so far. Heavy rain, the wind picks up a bit. We get a drop off like we're in now and then more. That's all going to change significantly over the next hour or so, as you talk about. When this storm starts to get a little closer to the shoreline, it's going to be constant wind and rain, especially in this area. We are a bit inland. We're on the east side, though, of this storm, the dirty side of the hurricane. So we'll see some of the most dramatic effects of this storm as it pushes through this area. I can tell you we've already had some standing water in low-lying areas here, and we've really not experienced much, if any at all, of the power of this monster hurricane that continues to intensify as it gets closer to the coast. Let's talk about the coastal areas. You're going to see a storm surge that could be unprecedented. The forecast calling for 12 to 16 feet. That's a wall of water more than a story high pushing into the area. The Hurricane Center also saying that the strike point could look more like a tornado than a hurricane after this hits. So that would level everything in its path as it moves again in and towards the Gainesville area where we are. The University of Florida is here, 50,000 students, a huge faculty. Obviously, that campus is locked down. They're watching things very closely there. You've got 5,500 National Guard troops that have been deployed already. They're in key positions and ready to move in once the storm clears. And then all the power crews, they're staged just outside of the strike zone, hundreds from around the country and ready to move in. That could be a big issue in this area. A lot of trees in this part of Florida, so we do expect to see some of those snapped and pulled to the ground along with power lines. Right now, it's that moment before we see things really start to intensify. So everyone taking a breath in the Gainesville area, watching closely and waiting to see where this storm goes and how long it may linger.
Absolutely. So again, Jay, Gainesville, sort of inland, a little bit inland from that Dixie County coastal area. How are residents feeling about that fact? I mean, has anyone evacuated? Are they heading to shelters? Are they concerned about anything, given that they are more inland? What are you seeing there?
Yeah, no, I think there's some real concern here. I'm a bit surprised that through the early morning we saw some traffic. Now, if that's people trying to get out, they certainly waited a bit long. But we have seen people evacuate. Some have gone to shelters, others just going to stay with friends and family outside of the strike zone. And then for everyone else, and what we saw a lot of yesterday is people stocking up and preparing with the supplies they may need as this storm pushes through. Hopefully they prepared for not days, but perhaps weeks. That's in some areas what it's going to take to restore power and get in and start to clean up what this massive storm is expected to leave behind.
All right, Jay Gray reporting from Gainesville. Jay, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.